Okay, it's been 3 days in the sun with no water, and all I can say is,
We arrived
you're
in
welcome,
the Wild
James.
West.
Woohoo!
My ancestor, Tennessee.
And
Now
actually,
we can
I'll-
talk with absolutely no,
Legendary outlaw, whose
with
bank
no
robberies
regrets.
were
I mean,
so
I'll give you the credit for going the extra mile to do all this, as we're doing the commentary. I figure you would just save this for all the post-editing.
But we eventually
Nah, I
found
figured I
him.
may as well have it. Feels like
prison.
oh no, Tennessee's in
His
prison.
arrest was the handiwork of the local sheriff, who had celebrated by posting his own picture all
Wow,
over town.
what a rat thing.
Talk about an ego.
I don't like
Talk about an
We
ego.
needed to bust
Yeah, I do
Tennessee
like that.
out
I
of
do like
jail.
that bastard.
But after some
Yeah.
furious calculations, Bentley determined that the best way to do that was from the inside. For the first time
Oh,
in my
boy.
career, I was going to have to let the law catch me.
This is not the first
This
time.
could be a
Well,
real
technically, it would be the
challenge.
first time he did it, by his own state.
By his own volition.
Exactly, because I know when it's like 2, that wasn't on purpose.
No, yeah, he was truly imprisoned in frickin' Prague. Fair enough.
Yep.
So,
Never
welcome
trust
to-
a black widow.
Yeah.
yep.
Or a
and at any
Neela.
point you can, and yeah, that there was just saying that at any point in time you could jump between other time periods if you want to get things from the other worlds, but no matter, time to get out there and see Cottonmouth Bluff. Let's start the first mission though, because it's time to start looking around for them clue bottles.
I mean, you say they call it Cottonmouth Bluff? It's certainly a bluff, all right. Where's all the cotton?
Oh, Cottonmouth refers to when you get really dry mouth.
Ugh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's like
fair.
an
That's
actual
fair.
illness. You gotta be careful.
I was expecting a plantation.
Why
Oh,
did I do that?
For demonstration's sake.
I was really trying to do this, which is jump over.
How do you? All you had to do
I
was
think genuinely my finger slipped.
all you had to do was press the button twice, not immediately go straight to the button up top.
I really, truly just messed up what I thought was a double
Oh.
jump. It's supposed to be the simplest thing.
Congratulations, you fucked up in the cowboy times.
How many years have you been playing this series, Logan?
Consecutively or in a row?
Yes.
Don't do that.
Jinx.
Well, whenever I get the Steam Deck set up, I'm definitely going to try and do some more emulating and see if that works well, because I want to play this on the go, like I've always
That's
wanted to in my dreams.
Honestly, as far as PS3 stuff's concerned, I haven't dabbled into it too much, but I have like one case where it worked fine and another case where it produced the most disastrous results.
Oh, no, probably not PS3 stuff, but I mean, more so like, I have a feeling maybe the original trilogy will work out okay.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely. Yeah, the original trilogy worked fine.
Okay. So, yeah. Around here, as is interesting to note, because I don't believe we actually had, if they had actually mentioned it, they mentioned that he was one of the best gold rush Wild West bank robbers of his time. Well, one of the biggest things that a Tennessee kid brought to the Cooper lineage was rail running and rail sliding.
Yep. I mean, how many others out there in the Wild West can have such a bold claim?
None. All their shoes got burned through holes in them.
And I mean, look at these guys. They look like they couldn't even hold themselves on those ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I will give them this. I like the variety in the enemy shapes and designs here.
Yeah.
Beyond that, okay, I'm gonna be on. I'm curious. Just thinking out loud here, I don't believe James has any characters or styles that he typically draws in that, but I know that Hype and Doug have. Whenever it comes down to your guys' anthro characters, is there a particular style or era of that you look to for reference with things like that?
Actually, Doug, you go first. I'll be right back.
Oh, how convenient!
Yeah, very
It's like,
convenient.
oh, then the oven just went on. So continue.
Depending on my character specifically, yes, I try to go for that certain style and see what references I can use. Like, for example, one of my characters, we all know, the owl boy, Damien.
Yes.
I look for
Rest
specific.
in peace, as he will no longer be a part of it of Doug's icon.
Yep, I've changed it, unfortunately, but I'd rather show my face. But other than that,
all that hair-ridden head of yours.
indeed. But other than that, for Damien specifically, I try to look up some decent references of a demon variety, because he is also a demon. And
Oh,
just
okay.
try to go which style that would suit him more. and another one with
Okay.
another character of
What's
mine
this
called
vault?
Viv. She's a rabbit vampire, and I try to go
Oh,
for
right.
vampire references most of the time.
Okay.
And I do the same with one of my other characters called Wither. He's a cybernetic mercenary. Just think of Raiden. That's all you need.
I mean, I can see that. Definitely a big influence there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna head this way down here. Over here.
My name chickens.
Yep.
Sorry
Map's
about
a
that. I had to
little
go feed
bit
the
bigger.
cat.
No, you're fine. You're
Okay.
fine. You're fine. We were just talking with Doug about some of his characters, and then I'll pass the question on to you now. Were there any of your characters that, and if so, like, do you like use particular references or like time periods, artists, any things like that when it comes to anthro designs?
Well, as far as like anthro specifically, the ones that I usually like to lean more towards are usually like, oh boy, are usually like late 80s, early 90s, like Disney anthro like styles. Not even just Disney, also like a Warner as well. Because I like to think that like with some of my characters, I try to take certain like, you know, proportions and physiques based off of, you know, animated anthros of that particular time period, since, you know, that those are the ones that I grew up with the most. Whether or not I do a good job of translating them into my art style is a bit more subjective, but that's generally where my influence stems from.
That's fair. Also, rest in peace to the Animaniacs after this next season.
Yeah.
Ugly.
They had a good run. They probably could have done more until Hulu said, no, the money's running dry. You guys
Yes,
only get
that
one
is
more
true.
season.
And meanwhile, I'm just left wondering. I don't even know if HBO's gonna take them back.
Probably not.
Dang.
Real shame. I mean, to be fair, like I feel like HBO probably wouldn't anyway, because that would require, you know, having an animated show on there, and we all know Zavlavs despises animation or anything that isn't Ezra Miller.
If I hear that one more time, I'm gonna punch someone.
I'm gonna punch that person.
I'm getting my choking hand ready.
Just thank you, Brad Bird, for being a goat and understanding that animation should not immediately be derived as a genre and have expectations to what only can be shown with it.
Yeah, it's like imagine. I mean, how would you react if I said, "Hey, live action's a genre"?
Well, I mean, it is. But...
only serious movies in live action, only for the adults. Nobody. Get the Wiggles out of here.
The
Yeah, they
fucking
don't-
Wiggles.
The fucking Wiggles. Oh,
Like-
it's so great.
Real quick, you know what 420 is, right? Yeah, any adult that still watches live action.
Da-da-da.
If only it were
Man.
twisted that way. Fucking Velma.
It's one of the Velma. I need to. I'm not watching it. I will say right now. I'm going purely off of reviewers and individuals who I do trust to do the hate watching for me, because the fewer people who do that, the better.
I love
that.
that. I just love that. Like, we do not condone hate watching unless you're actually paid to do so.
Yes, at least get something out of it.
I mean, if it has to come down to it, you know, obviously the reviewers are the most important people to go and watch that kind of stuff to tell us, hey, don't watch this stuff. It's shit.
Yeah.
And so far, that's what we've heard, is that, again,
Oh.
this was originally going to be called Mindy's Mysteries. It probably... Whoa! That was a close one.
So it really wasn't originally supposed to be a Scooby-Doo
I
property?
really do not think it was supposed to. I really do think Mindy Kaling had an idea. Oh, there it is. I really do think that she had an idea, and then towards the latter third of development, someone at HBO said, "Hey, we'll only greenlight this if we can tie like it's you look like a I don't know. There's a lot of like
I mean, I'll give her credit. Like, I can see her voice fitting Velma fine. It's just that she just doesn't act like Velma.
that's what I guess is like design-wise it's fine, but it definitely feels like the jokes were taken from something else and are trying to be slapdash, like, you know, traced over the lines of Scooby-Doo, and it's not working. I'll say that. Like, almost none of the characters, I understand the idea of having a character arc, but right now we're already 2 episodes in and likely gonna have another couple episodes ahead of us, and from what I'm hearing and seeing, I just don't like anyone. No one seems like someone I'd want to root for, except for maybe Norvo. because he's just kind of, like, he's just doing his own thing, like, trying to react to all this.
He's the only person that actually resembles a human devil damn being.
I mean, they say that Fred's the punching bag of that whole show. I mean, Norville's not that far behind.
No, I would argue Fred.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, Fred still is, just for reasons you would never expect him to be.
And the other problem with why I would say that Fred may be a bigger punching bag is, whereas Norville, actually, you know what? I may need that later. I'll need that later. I will need that later, but for now I need a costume.
That's not an iron horse we need to tame in this game.
Thank God. I like that chapter still of Slythe 2. It was.
Yeah, I mean, that chapter wasn't bad.
But no, it was just the problem with Fred is that they do it so repeatedly, so like many times, and the joke gets old.
I mean,
before which, yes, I understand that saying a joke got old implies that it needed to have been young and full of vigor in the first place.
I mean, isn't that what the old folks call a gag?
It absolutely is 100% a gag.
You see, when it stops being funny after a while, it's either a gag or a meme.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my! I didn't even mean to do that. I just wanted to knock him out. I didn't say to throw him off the bridge.
God damn.
I mean, you knocked him clean straight into a window, and then he, fell to his doom like all other mooks do when they get tossed off a roof.
It's cartoony. It's not. Okay.
Oh, I mean, you say that now. I do believe. Oh shit!
That's some
Reap
road
what
I
you-
was wondering where the train was.
Reap what you sow, Cooper.
But real talk, yeah, no. Keep that in mind that I've killed people numerous times
Yeah,
since
I mean,
the first game.
kind of had it coming, but damn, I lost my train of thought already.
Just the fact that we were talking about, like the fact that like I've done horrible things, and yet here we are now, under arrest, and as we will soon.
I
learn in
mean,
this
not so
dialogue-
much that, but anyway, yeah. Let's go ahead and move on with that plot.
Sorry.
No worries. I'd rather watch as Sly Cooper becomes the most horrible outlaw this western town's ever seen.
Oh my gosh! Not that I could. Oh my gosh! I only have seen worse than a freaking Ed, Edd and Eddie special.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sly. It's the only way we're gonna reach Tennessee in time.
Okay.
There's just one problem. They're holding Kid Cooper in the maximum security wing. To get yourself thrown in there, you're gonna have to gain outlaw status.
Okay. So how many stars is that?
You build a rep-
5, I want to say.
Otherwise, they'll throw you in with the common criminals.
Ugh, you mean like jaywalkers and litter bugs? Not gonna happen.
If I'm gonna be arrested, I want to be arrested with pride.
I mean, yeah. Could you imagine all the years of this, and he gets finally like brought in because he tipped someone poorly?
There's something oddly weird about how, in this time period, tobacco spitters are considered outlaws,
Get it? Because we're in the old west.
or just the typical petty criminal.
Yeah. Also, Bentley, the Bentley, that's your thing. You don't have to try. Don't try to be funny, and you'll be perfectly funny. So, yeah, we're about to do some things to become a horrible outlaw,
Find a
such
poster,
as
make it look goofy,
Jet
and
Set
move on.
Radio.
Just
Essentially.
Like
Don't ask where he got all the paint.
Buy that one.
not for sale. It's
Oh my
the
God.
greenhorn.
And again, that's where when I was first playing this as a test run, I was even thinking to myself, you're gonna have to do the most unthinkable thing ever.
Wow.
You're gonna have
Bet
to
the original
litter.
artist damaged his
Bentley,
vision
we've killed
staring at
people.
this guy.
I mean, like, I'll give him a little bit of props for this, and we'll see it a little bit later.
Let's hope so.
This
It's
toothpick
called
guy,
No Good
he's kind of a baby, so I feel like even something as mundane as this would piss him off enough to want to throw you into the maximum security.
I would love if that was a dialogue though at some point where it's like, so he's massacred the entire oh crap, what the hell's the name of the
Interpol?
a posse, yeah, he's massacred half the posse and has left our entire troops defenseless. I don't need to worry about that. He also called you fat. Fat? Bring him to me alive.
So I can kill him myself.
I
Which
mean,
is
that's
actually like
that's just kind of how it is when when you have a villain whose ego is bigger than his hat.
Yep. That.
Ahoy!
Oh.
It's an improvement. I'll name this one the Homely Buckaroo.
And yeah, okay, you know, I think about it. Since I've been hearing it a lot more because I've been doing all that subtitling, James, I will agree with you. It is really incredibly night and day to go from Sly Cooper 1's Kevin Miller to Sly Cooper 4's.
Oh, absolutely. Like, again, not to say that his performance here is bad, not at all. It's just that the writing can sometimes feel a little more juvenile than what we've come to know in the past.
I thought we were
But
more
also
so talking about...
expressive-wise.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought we were more so talking about the delivery, where in that, like, for a majority of 1, and that kind of seeps a little bit into 2 and 3, where he was just mostly flat.
I mean, okay, yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, no, here you can definitely tell he has a little bit more of a confidence to his voice, as opposed to... You know what it is? It's like... Oh, jeez, here we go.
Oh, now this really chaps my hide! I'm going to find this artist and bust his thumbs! And maybe...
I was hoping he would have said the other word.
Yeah, made toothpick.
Because he really needs one right about now. But, what was I going to say? Comparing Kevin Miller's portrayal of Sly is like... It's like comparing Kevin Conroy's portrayal as Batman, you know, back like when he started in the animated series up to his later performances where he had a little more confidence and didn't rely so much on the whispery rasp.
I think that's fair.
Oh, by the way, Cuban cigar-flavored Cuban variety lollipops.
That tastes like
Tasting of
rice and
and pinto
beans.
You'll have
beans.
to wait weeks for the next shipment, and that should really tick him off.
Okay, so just shoot the thing. We have guns. We have multiple explosives. We got bombs. We got...
I was about to say, they don't have guns.
Or, you know, you can just grab it, give it to me. I'm kind of starved.
I mean, I love rice and beans.
I just... Out of all this, I just wanted to be like, we need to become outlaw status. Do this and this. Or to save on postage, take this gun and then...
Feel the power, Murray.
Or to save on postage, we'll poison him with this.
I don't think I feel safe anymore.
Why do I room with you guys?
And they'll be dead before dessert.
Which is a real shame because it's gonna be delicious.
Okay, if I have to listen to these jokes, I gotta start charging you guys rent.
Really?
No, I don't know. I'm not doing that. Like, really? No.
We don't even live under the same roof.
Yeah, that would be difficult to
You're a little
monetize.
too excited about sending me to the slammer, Bentley.
It's all about the job, Sly. Speaking of which,
It's okay.
Anyway, on to the job at hand.
own biggest fan.
I mean, what's the word? It's bad, but I'm just thinking about. I would love the idea of just suddenly he just out of nowhere says, it can't be worse. Sly, it's not like I'm asking you to give me 2 legs for this job." Silence as he
rain on
just
this guy's
stares at
parade.
Sly, and Sly's like, "Fair point."
Well, I mean, if you're not going to be using them while you're in prison, I wouldn't want to see those legs go to waste.
I'm actually surprised they never did that once. Even as like a cheeky little like, hey, you know, Bentley has a, Bentley isn't like, too bitter about the whole thing given like, again, with the improvements he's gotten. But if at one point in the writing they would be like, man, the freaking like the Art de Louvre museum, they charge you an arm and a leg to get in there. Aye, sorry. I'm surprised they never did that kind of gag once.
It's like, it's like they charge an arm and a leg. Well, they can have mine. It's not like I'm using them.
Just need to knock those
Yeah.
clothespins off.
Oh no.
What?
Really bad idea. Bad, Logan. Don't say that.
Does it have something to do with his legs?
Yes, it has something to do with his legs. They all have something to do with his legs. In fact, but before I say that, just leave the
Why do you
audience
think I stuck to
waiting.
the wheelchair? I could have given myself robotic implants, but then I decided against it because, I can already imagine that torture.
But here, I'll save my joke for after this, because now it's time for him to get put in prison. Hey, it's not that bad.
We just got a free costume.
There's your gimmick.
Oh, it's a heavy burden to carry.
Join us in the next time as Sly is in prison. And Bentley and Murray hit the town.
Yes.
Sly Cooper and the gang in, Sly Busts Out.